Okay guys, what a few months it's been. Literally, we called this from the start. No need to overthink it. Just chill in shorts, wait for extreme fear, and then take profits. Then we can monitor what the cabal are doing on chain and what we can see or what all the smart money are doing, right? So we have a little bit of an advantage from a lot of the other space because we do have on-chain data, right? So we can see what all the smart money are doing. We can see when they're selling their bags, when they're taking profits. And I said to you guys before, when I see the smart money selling, like for example, smart money just sent Ondo $296,000 in the last 24 hours, 206 times the recent average. Massive, massive red flags. I then go into Ondo. Is it something I need to short? Is it something I need to buy? Are they buying from exchanges, etc., etc.? So we do have a little bit of an advantage, but considering we looked at the macro, we looked at all the on-chain data, there was various different things, and the TA, everything came together, and it was just an amazing play. So in this video, we're going to talk about what happened, what we're going to do next, what's the strategy, are we going up, are we going down, is Bitcoin going to crash, etc., etc. What is it looking like on the macro as a whole? So really, really nice trade. We actually came down to extreme fear as well. Some people actually just trade like this, and it's a pretty good strategy. When you're in greed and everyone is frothing at the mouth and wants to buy and meme coins are pumping, it's actually not a bad strategy to take profits and then just buy back when you get into extreme fear. And some people actually trade like that. The problem is sometimes you can stay in extreme fear and the market can keep going down, and you can be in extreme greed and it can keep going up. So I like to look at everything, but it's a pretty good indicator for picking up market sentiment. Again, here is the video I made back on the back around a month ago, early January. Can you see the exact dates in these things? Yeah, 22nd of January, 25. And you can see we were clearly at a double top on Solana, right? Massive double top. And I said, it looks like we're forming this M pattern. And then the M pattern actually ended up playing out. And look where I drew the target, guys. You see the target of 127. The price at the time was 254. Solana came down like 66%. It's absolutely insane. Altcoins came down maybe 70%, 90%. I just can't believe 254, and it came all the way down to our target of 127, where I said this is my buy zone, right? This is my buy range and where I'm going to take a long, and I actually did take that long position. And look, it literally came down and tapped the level and spiked back up to the upside, almost to the T. I think it came down to 126. Yeah, it came down to 126, and we had buys in the 127 range. And now we're starting to get that bounce, right? Things don't just come down in a straight line, especially when you've come down all the way up here. We had the M pattern play out. The technical target for the M pattern was 127, and we're now starting to see a bounce. Our RSI is oversold on the weekly. We have green bars indicators coming off. It's just like the perfect trade, and now we're starting to see that relief rally bounce to the upside. Let's have a look what else we have here. Of course, we were looking at the on-chain data with Solana as well. Absolutely printed, guys. Made hundreds of thousands of dollars short in the market. Here you can see Ethereum 212%, BNB 73%, BTC 336%. Look at that entry, $96,000 entry. XRP 130%. Made hundreds of thousands short in, and also saved hundreds of thousands by selling a lot of my portfolio. And you know, I would have been in massive, massive losses if I hadn't have flipped. So people call me flip-flop. Absolutely, I will flip-flop with the data. If I see red flags on chain and I see all of the smartest investors in the space are selling and dumping their portfolios, those guys usually get the inside information first, right? So I really value that. And also we saw the hedge funds were shorting. So not only did we see the smart money was selling on chain, we had the hedge funds shorting as well. So we had like double signals here that there was some inside information floating around. And then what happened shortly after? Inflation data was hot, jobs data was hot, tariffs were going left, right, and center, right? Trump was dropping new tariffs. And I think some of that tariff data actually leaked through the administration out into the world. And that's why we saw hedge funds start to short. That's why we saw these, all the smart money starting to dump and take profits off the table. So if you've got the SMC bot, you probably saw that I said the last time we came down to the SMC weekly, we really had a big bounce. You see here, we came down to the SMC weekly. This is where we started to buy the dip and took some longs on our back in August, and then it had an absolute massive rally. And I said we came down to this SMC weekly again, because people were saying, why did you long BTC here? Everyone was looking at 75k, 72k. We actually bounced off this level quite aggressively last time, and it's such a strong point for bounces, and that's why I entered. We literally tapped it and bounced off. If we actually look at the SMC weekly, you'll probably see it here. We're looking at this on the daily, actually. Let me just flick onto the weekly, and we can see here the SMC weekly. So look at that, guys. I mean, look at the bounce we had off of that level. Just as we came down here, we tapped the SMC weekly, and this has been like on a buy signal ever since the bull runs, bear market. So we had a buy signal from the SMC bot around 25k, and we came back down to support, and then we bounced off. And it's just such a strong level for bounces that it wasn't unusual to see a reaction from this level. Look to the exact T that it came down there. So that's BTC on the weekly. We'll come back to this. We'll look at this on the daily, because I know you guys are sort of wondering where the price is going to go next. So we're going to talk about that. Where did we get up to? So we made loads of profits. I said, get ready for the longs. This was literally the day before the market was about to pump. I said, took some more profits from the shorts. No one went broke taking profits. Okay, guys, so it's important not to get married to your positions. I notice a lot of traders are either perma bears or perma bulls. You know, they hold too long and they don't take profits, and the market dumps, and then they're like, oh, I wish I'd have taken profits. And then you've got the opposite. You've got bears who are just like, the market's over, it's finished, and they don't take profits, and they hold too long, and then the market reverses and they get wrecked. So I do flip and flop with the data, and I said get ready for the longs, and then I also posted in my Discord saying, here you can see, I said it's nearly time, it's almost time. This was just as the market was really capitulating, and then I started to open longs on, you can see I posted to take a long on ETH at 2084, BTC 78.9k, that was almost the bottom of that reversal as well. Look at that, guys. Literally 78.9 is literally that yellow line. So we almost nailed the bottom on ETH, Solana, and BTC on those longs as well. So yeah, really nice few months, guys. And we nailed Trump as well, right? We got early into Trump token. We took profits on that. It's been an amazing year. And we're just at the start of March, right? It must have made like $250,000, and we're at the start of March, and God knows how much I saved on my portfolio. So also I posted a video yesterday saying buy alert. So, you know, if you're not subscribed to this channel, guys, subscribe so you don't miss out on any of these videos, because I know I've been bearish. You can see I've been bearish ever since the market started to dump 3 weeks ago, 1 month ago, 2 weeks ago, you know, and then this was my first sort of bullish video saying that we're coming down to support here. And in the video, you can see here, crypto crash, what I'm doing next. I said, guys, we've come down to support on the S&P here. It's very likely we're going to get a bounce, right? We've had a massive sell-off in the stock market, massive sell-off in crypto. Things don't come down in a straight line, and we're at this level of support here that I expect to see a bounce. And what happened? Literally when the market opened, we saw a massive bounce. Over $825 billion was added to the US stock market, and we started to see a reversal. This is my BingX copy trade account. So if you are using BingX or you want to use BingX, go over there, search Smart Money Crypto, and you can see here just been absolutely printing on these shorts. Here you can see my Solana long 127 entry, close price where I started to take some profits off the table, 93%. Absolutely amazing day, guys. Really good day. And can you see the other video here? Yeah, so this is from the video where I was saying that it was going to bounce off the S&P. Let's just quickly look at that, because we can see how it reacted. So you can see here, as soon as we touched the blue line, absolutely amazing buy signal, and we really rallied straight back up. Now, in my opinion, this is the bull run trend line for the S&P. You see here, this is when we bought back in August. I said, when we touch this line, guys, I'm going to buy back in. And what happened? We had this massive rally to the upside. I think we got SUI down here at like 0.85, and it went all the way up to $5. And the same here, as soon as it came down here, it had a massive rally. Up here, massive rally. It's just been really running off this trend line. I think when we close below this, it's going to be a massive red flag. And is it going to happen right now? Is it going to happen next week? Nobody knows, guys. But I think as soon as we close below this, we're going to be in some dangerous territory. And this yellow line is selling May go away, right? So it's the start of May. Historically, it is profit-taking season. So We need to now work out if this is a relief rally. Are we just going to relief rally here and start to come back down and close below? Or are we seeing the start of a bigger move to the upside, right? Are we seeing a start of the bigger move to the upside? And then potentially we go into sell and may go away and have a cool down and have a sell-off. So nobody knows, okay? So those are the two strategies. But one thing we can do is we can look at the on-chain data. We can see what the smart money are doing. Those guys are usually going to lead. That's the best leading indicator, right? When you see the smartest investors in the space, the funds, the whales, the institutions, people with P&Ls that are like 90% plus, people who win 9 times out of 10. To me, that is the best data in the space. And if I see all of those guys selling, taking profits, getting out of the market, usually you'll usually see the charts follow, right? The smart money move first. And if they sell, usually the next day or so, you start to see some sell pressure in the markets. So I'm following the smart money data first, but I am also looking at the charts, okay? Because this actually did lead a lot of the market, this bounce, because we came down to a big support. And then what happened shortly after, we saw the entire market starting to buy. So that's pretty much it, guys. I mean, we've got BTC here. A lot of people are saying, what's going on with BTC? So we sniped down here. Guys, we made huge gains. I think Solana done like 200% from this move on low leverage. So I've already taken a lot of profits off the table. So now it's completely free money. I can't lose. And usually what you'll see is you'll see a push to the upside, you'll see a pullback, and then you'll see a continued move to the upside. We are at our first area of resistance. So, 85, 86 is our first area of resistance. We did also come down in very fast, right? We came down very fast. The SMC bot gave us a sell signal at 97K. It's been a very short amount of time, and we came all the way down to 78K, okay? So we've come down very fast. What happens when you come down very fast is you usually bounce very fast too, right? It's like a V-shaped recovery. Our first area of resistance is going to be around 92K. So actually, I would say 89K, okay? So our first area of resistance is definitely going to be around 89K. So horizontal line, 89K. Okay, so around here. And here I would expect some sort of resistance or some sort of rejection. And if we get past that, our next line in the sand is 92K. Now that 92K level is going to be absolutely massive resistance, guys. I hate to say it. If we do get a V-shaped recovery here, and we push up like this, this is going to be huge, huge resistance. Why? Because it was support for so long. Support here, 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 support here. What happens when you break a very, very strong level of support? It becomes a very, very strong level of resistance. Now, in our favor, the RSI is massively oversold on the daily. The bottoms indicator is popping off. Everything is in our favor for a relief rally to the upside. But I do think when we get up to these levels, if we have enough momentum to push up to here, I am going to take some profits off my long positions, right? I'm not going to sit and hope, because to come from 78K to 92K is a lot, but to come up to this massive resistance is also going to be an area that we might see some reversals. We also are having our SMC daily bot roll over as well. So our SMC daily is going to trend over like this. And if these two line up, it's going to be a massive, massive opportunity for a short, in my opinion. Not financial advice. Do your own research. Investing in crypto is highly risky. You can lose all your money investing in crypto. This is just my strategy. This is just what I'm doing. So yeah, you should always do your own research, guys. What else do we have on the markets? Obviously, we need this to hold. It's going to be interesting to see how the markets open up on Monday. I did want to talk about this. We do have the White House have come out and said they're going to have a crypto summit on the 7th of March. The space loves speculation. So are we going to see a push into this news? Are we going to see a push in the crypto markets? What's going to happen? President Trump is speaking at that summit. So very, very good that he's actually speaking. Are we going to get some news? I think it's probably unlikely that we're going to see a strategic reserve. They said that they would aim to have something within the first 100 days or some sort of news. But those sort of things take a lot of time to get through the Senate. They're going to have a lot of objections, and a lot of people are going to be cautious about the risks. So they don't usually happen. I wouldn't expect it to happen this fast. Something they can do very fast is they can actually waiver the taxes on crypto very fast. So it wouldn't surprise me if there's some sort of no tax rule on crypto, which would be massively bullish, and it would actually incentivize a lot of businesses to come to Dubai, to come to America to actually, and also go to America to build, and it would incentivize a lot of businesses to actually really grow, and it would help them grow, right? No taxes on crypto. Now, I want to see no taxes on crypto trading as well, because that would be phenomenal. We might see a lot of inflows coming into crypto. So those are two things. I think we are going to see no taxes on crypto in America at some point or another. And I do think we are going to see some sort of strategic reserves, whether that's, you know, altcoin funds or some sort of fund. I don't know whether BTC, America are going to accumulate BTC, you know, on the sizes that we hope. Maybe they will. Hopefully they will. But yeah, it's going to be an interesting year. It's going to be an extremely volatile year. A lot of people say, "Are we bull? Are we bear?" I mean, Trump pretty much has the power to change the course and direction at any point, right? If the USA come out and say they're going to accumulate 1%, 2%, 3% of BTC, it's absolutely going to rocket, guys. Okay, it's absolutely going to go through the moon. Whether a lot of bears are looking at charts, right? A lot of bears are chartists and they're looking at TA, and for good reason. I mean, look at this M pattern we talked about. We talked about this on previous videos, and I said this is the technical target, 78K, and look where it came down. It came down to the exact technical target where we took a long position and ended up making, I think I made another $100,000 or so. So for good reason, they look at TA. But one thing I will say, I'm a macro and TA person, and I actually lean macro more than TA. I'd say I'm an on-chain data person as well. I probably lean more into TA, on-chain data than I do macro. But the thing is with the macro is that the thing is with the TA is that even though this was the technical target, if Trump had have come out and said the strategic reserve has been approved and we're going to accumulate 5%, the BTC would have just done this, right? So macro for me is the most important, and it can change at any moment, right? It can change at the drop of a dime, guys. So don't get too set into positions and getting bearish and bullish. It's very important to stay on top of the markets and on top of the news, on top of the charts, on top of the smart money, on top of the technicals, and using all of those tools to make money, right? People call us lucky, right? I mean, people will call us lucky. I literally shorted the top and literally long the bottom. Okay, what people say you can't short the top and long the bottom, and I literally had a step-by-step walkthrough of what I was going to do. All right, I said as soon as we hit extreme fear, I'm going to start to take profits. We hit extreme fear almost a month later. I started to take profits, right? I literally had the targets here, the yellow target of where I was going to start to take long positions. And, you know, this was all based on the data I was seeing on chain. So it really does help you if you're looking at all of the data to take those positions. If you want to join us, if you want to get involved, guys, if you want to see all my buy and sell alerts, all of the trades I'm taking, head over to my Twitter account. You can see, X account. You can see here is the name of the account. And then you'll see a link at the top where you can get involved with us. Once again, none of the information in this video is financial advice. Do your own research. Investing in crypto is highly risky. And also don't forget to like and subscribe on the video so that you don't miss out on any of these videos. You can press the bell notification as well. So when I do a video, it will pop up and you can see it there. That's it for now, guys. Until then, I will catch you in the next one.